Good morning, I'm health reporter Robin Stoloff. Welcome to Forum 40. Imagine a diagnosis of cancer. Not only are there the physical aspects of the illness, but there is a huge emotional toll as well. That's where Gilda's Club comes in. Gilda's Club South Jersey provides free social and emotional support for anyone impacted by cancer and their families. We are so fortunate to have them right here in our own backyard in Linwood in Egg Harbor Township. We know Gilda Radner as the funny, talented comedian on Saturday Night Live, but her life was not all filled with humor. Her diagnosis of ovarian cancer left her feeling stressed, anxious, and isolated. When she finally attended a support group, she learned how to cope. So began the first of now 55 affiliated support communities around the country. I'm pleased to be able to talk with a few people today who are actively involved with Gilda's Club. And first up, we have a mother-daughter team from Sea Isle City, Ann and Jada Majors. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And how did you and Jada become acquainted with Gilda's Club?
We started going to Gilda's Club about a little over 3 years ago. My husband was diagnosed with brain cancer, and he was looking for support. And that is how we found Gilda's Club. And we have been going there ever since. We started out going on Tuesday nights for a wellness group and family, and Noogie Land for the kids, and then we've continued to Thursdays and keep going.
It must have been a very difficult time, 18 months, I know, brain cancer, and you all went. And tell us about the meetings and what you did there.
When we first started, it was, like I said, wellness group was for the people who had cancer, and then there was friends and family, the people that were supporting those people with cancer. And there was Noogie Land for the children. Mm-hmm. So we all would go the same night, you know, and be in different rooms doing different things.
What was it like for you? What was Noogie Land all about?
Noogie Land is like, it's all about fun, but then they also help with like the support for the kids like that it's not their fault that their person got cancer, and that if they lost the person in their lives, they couldn't do anything to stop it, and it's also not their fault. But it's also to help them like keep their spirits up and that know that they're not alone and things like that.
Do the kids open up? Do they share their stories?
The little ones do. The older ones are kind of like, they don't really want to, but they'll do it sometimes.
A little more reserved, take a little while to pull them out of their shell. How does it help you to hear other people talk about similar situations?
It helps because you know you're not alone. You know that there are other people in the world going through the same thing, and it also helps like with
just sort of feeling a little bit better about the situation, knowing other people are going through it. And you also now have a bereavement group. How does that work, and how does that help you?
It's very helpful in the fact that, again, you have people that are going through the same thing you're going through. It may not be exactly the same situation, but you know, very similar feelings, and you empathize with each other and support each other at the same time.
Does that make a huge difference in how you cope with the situation while your husband was sick and now?
Yes, it made a huge difference. I mean, I don't know where we would be without Gilda's. It's been such a huge help and support. And it's a great family community. You just sort of feel so welcome. And, you know, we see these people at Gilda's, but then we also see them outside of Gilda's. It's just become such a great supportive community for us.
What types of, I know you do some fun activities as well. There's Fun Friday and Super Saturday. What types of activities do you do with the kids?
We read books and we play games. We also do yoga, and when it's nice out, we'll play on the playground, play some soccer, walk around, all kinds of things.
You did some swimming as well as a group?
Yes, we did swimming.
So that's terrific, fun activities planned for you. What would you tell others if anybody's watching and they're thinking, you know, I'd like to go to this, but I don't know if I feel comfortable talking about my feelings and issues. What would you say to somebody who might be thinking about it, who might need this help?
I would say at least go one time and give it a try. You don't always have to talk. Some people just come and don't say anything because they don't want to, but they still get the support that they need. You have to go to find out, and I think once you go there, you'll see how comfortable everybody makes you feel, how it just, the support is almost like overwhelming, how helpful it is.
Did you go on a continual basis, once a week, or how often?
The meetings are held once a week. You know, I have kids, so we have soccer and, you know, a million things going on. So we go as often as we can, especially on the weekends. The Friday and Saturday really fit into our schedule, you know, really well. So we go as often as we can.
And you have another daughter who's 8 and a son who's 3.
Yes.
Did they get involved as well?
Yes.
The whole family?
Yes. We're very involved. Aiden's, he's the 3-year-old. They didn't normally take children that young at Gilda's, but they made us, you know, an acceptance for you know, special.
That's great.
You know, so he could come, and he's been participating ever since. He loves it. He has so many friends there. The volunteers, they love him, and just everybody just loves his energy. You know.
Well, it is a wonderful organization. I know many of the folks involved are terrific, and
Yes.
it is a beautiful facility. It's a warm and welcoming environment, and it really addresses the emotional side of things. There's so many physical aspects of an illness that you have to take care of, but that emotional side is so important, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. And how about your husband when he was going to the meetings?
He found it tremendously helpful as well. Like I said, somebody going through the same thing, living the same. There was other people even there that had brain cancer, so he was really. It was so helpful to know that he was not alone.
And it's good to know that it's not just for women. Some people think, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, some people think it might just be for women, but
Right,
it is for men, for children,
Right.
for everyone in our community.
For everyone.
And it is wonderful. Well, we thank you so much for joining us. We know that this was difficult for you to come out and talk today, but you've probably helped some people out there who might be thinking about going to a meeting and getting some help. So thank you so much, Ann and Jada. We do appreciate that.
Thank you.
And up next, the CEO of Gilda's Club tells us more about this unique program in our community. Stay with us.